MM means Modigliani and Miller, not for the chocolate. Now, this is a very basic for corporate finance and accounting, but I think it's difficult for students to understand it well. Before I go to the theorem itself, I'd like to raise several questions. We all know that firms have different coverage structures. Like firm A would like to raise more debt instead of equity, but firm B, maybe they want more equity instead of debt. So now I'd like to ask, is there any optimal capital structure? In other words, is there any optimal mix between debt and equity for this firm? Now, put it in accounting language. Okay, can you add value on the right-hand side of the balance sheet by following a good financing policy? If yes, then the optimal financial policy depends on the firm's investment policy. And how? This graph shows the capital structure for American corporations during 1979 to 1997. You can see the pink for debt and the gray for equity. Okay, we can see the variation of the ratio of the debt to equity ratio. Now, there's not a uniform operation, a uniform treatment on this corporate structure. Now, the MM theorem. The MM theorem states that in the absence of taxes, bankruptcy costs, and asymmetric information, and in efficient markets, the value of the firm is unaffected by how that firm is financed. Put it simply, MM theorem says that capital structure is irrelevant. But why? I mean, why capital structure is irrelevant to the firm value? This is a very simple illustration. Now we can see there are two firms, firm A and firm B. Both firms will generate cash inflow at time 1. But at time 0, the firm A consists of entire equity, V0. But firm B consists of equity and debt. So the MM theorem says V0 equals VE plus VD. So can anyone give us a very intuitive explanation for this phenomenon?
What does intuitive mean?
Intuitive means not
just funny.
I don't need to rely on the mathematical derivation and inference. Okay. Actually, the intuition behind the MM theory is that the firm value is determined by its performance. Right. The performance is cash inflow is generated, but not relevant to the financing policy. So to prove it, we need to employ these two conditions. One is the net present value principle, arbitrage condition. Now
What is arbitrage?
arbitrage means you can make money with large cost.
Okay, how can that happen?
If the market is inefficient, then the arbitrage can be possible, because I will illustrate you by proof this MM theorem. Now the NPV principle actually says that the value of the firm equals the discounted cash flow. Okay, as we see in my example, the cash flow for firm A and firm B is identical. So VA equals divided by the discount factor. This is the discount factor, and the firm B's value equals divided by the discount factor. A and B. Now we know that cash flow A equals cash flow B. And the MM theorem says that if DA equals DB, then the VA equals VB. And VA equals VB, VB equals VE plus V. If this is not true, now suppose firm A's value is greater than firm B's, we can sell firm A's stocks at time 0 and buy firm B's debt and equity at time 0. But in time 1, the cash inflow from firm B equals the cash outflow from firm A. So we don't invest any money in this transaction, so we make money at time 0. Okay, this is a question for all of you. Now that we know the MM theorem says the capital structure is irrelevant to the firm's value, then in real world, does capital structure matter? Okay, and we go back to the question in my first slide. Is there an optimal capital structure for a firm? So what will happen if we relax the assumptions or conditions of MM? Okay, I'd like you to think about it, and next class maybe ask someone to answer this question to the class. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.